your girl Irma Inez. Welcome back to my channel. About a month ago, I started on my hunt for a new hair dryer. I had your typical hair dryer with diffuser attachment, and it would take my hair hours to dry, even up into a point where I could at least walk out with my hair and let it air dry the rest of the way. Also, to get it to maneuver in certain positions would be super heavy, and because it took so long, my arms would begin to hurt halfway through drying my hair. And because it was so big, it wasn't feasible for me to take with me while I'm traveling for months at a time. So I started on the hunt for a hair dryer that was more compact and could dry my hair pretty fast, not to mention something that was a little bit more lightweight. Enter the Dyson Supersonic. Now, if you follow lots of curly girl influencers out there, a lot of them have the Dyson Supersonic. So of course, I was already on board with trying to get this, but I did make sure to do my research. So I started watching tons of reviews on YouTube, reading reviews online. What took me so long to get this is the hefty price tag. This hair dryer is $400. $400. Okay, it's $399.99. It's a lot of money for this hair dryer, especially when I can just walk into a Walgreens or a Rite Aid and pick up a $20 hair dryer with a diffuser attachment included. That's why I was kind of going back and forth and hesitant for getting the Dyson hair dryer. Luckily, my fiance was listening to me when I was looking and researching, and he decided to buy it for me for my birthday. Now that I've been using the Dyson for about a month, I thought this was the perfect time for me to review it for you and let you know all the pros and cons of this hair dryer. First, let's talk about the claims that Dyson has when it comes to the Supersonic. Dyson claims that the Supersonic will cut hair drying in half. So if it takes you an hour to dry your hair, with the Supersonic, it'll take you 30 minutes to get your hair completely dry. That's because the Dyson Supersonic motor produces a high velocity of jet-controlled air. So it controls it in one direction, and it's so fast and so strong that it dries your hair super fast. So Dyson also claims that the Supersonic will prevent heat damage because this has a little chip in it that measures the air's temperature 40 times a second. So if it's feeling like it's a little too hot, it will dial it back a little bit to prevent heat damage in your hair. So with that, let's talk about our pros and cons. And since I'm a pretty positive person, we'll start with the pros. Pro number one, fast drying. For real, this dries your hair super fast. So I'm on day 2 here, and I literally just refreshed with water and some gel, and it took me 15 minutes to dry my entire head, and I soaked it pretty well. When I do a wash day, it maybe takes me 30 minutes to completely dry my hair up to 90%, and then I'm good the rest of the way. With a normal hair dryer, it would take me at least 50 minutes to an hour to dry my hair 90% of the way. Low porosity probs, right? Does Dyson live up to the fast drying technology it claims to have? It does. This actually is one of my favorite things about this blow dryer, is just knowing that once I get started, I'm gonna be done in at least 20 minutes. Pro number 2 is the fact that it is lightweight. So I'm gonna grab my diffuser here and attach it, which is another cool thing. It's magnetic. And I can literally place it up here and leave it here for 10, 20 seconds, and my arm will not hurt because it's not heavy. Even though it is lightweight, it's not so light that it feels cheap. You know, when you hear lightweight, you start to think, well, is it gonna feel like it's cheap, like it's just hollow inside? Not at all. It does have a good weight to it where you're okay, it feels like it's worth $400, but it's not as heavy as your normal typical hair dryer. Pro number 3 is how compact it is. It's small. If I take off the diffuser attachment, just throw it in my carry-on and take with me when I travel. Pro number 4, I kind of showed it to you before already, is the magnetic attachment. I can literally do this and it clicks automatically. You don't have to try and screw your diffuser onto your blow dryer or try to click it in perfectly Or if you're using the collapsible one, you try to put it on, make sure it's tight enough so air is not escaping from the back. It's just like 1, 2, 3, you can just, and you're ready to go. Pro number 5 is the fact that it's cool to the touch. So you know when you're using regular blow dryers, the nozzle part can kind of get a little bit hot. I don't know if this has happened to you, but I have had the unfortunate mishap of, while I'm in kind of the process of drying my hair and kind of not thinking straight, I would lay it on my leg and accidentally burn myself because the nozzle would be burning hot. This does not burn up. You can touch the head and the arm of it and it will be cool to the touch. It does not overheat at all. So if you do accidentally place it on yourself, if you put it somewhere, it's not going to burn you because it won't be hot to the touch. The heat sort of lives right here in this metal ring, so you do want to make sure you don't touch that metal ring because that metal ring will be hot. The fan of the Dyson actually lives down here. So I don't know if you've had this happen to you, but most hair dryers will have the fan in the back, and that dreaded fan I hate because I can't tell you how many times my hair has gotten caught in the fan in the middle of me diffusing. Because when you're diffusing, like your curls kind of go everywhere. Like you're diffusing and your curls get underneath and all around, especially if you have long hair. And I have had like some serious breakage from my hair getting sucked into the fan in the back of a blower. So here the fan is on the bottom, so it's not in the way when you're sort of doing your hair or anything like that. I have had my hair stick to it a little bit, but it doesn't kind of like suck it in and cut it up like it does in the normal blower. Now that we have gone through the pros, let's talk about the cons. There really aren't much cons to the Dyson. I think the only couple of cons I have is that here, when you're looking at it, and I'll turn it on for you in a bit so I can kind of show you what these mean, but you can adjust the heat or the temperature here. Even at the very lowest heat setting, it's still pretty damn hot. Like I've put it at the lowest heat setting and then I'll put it like to my hair. I like to kind of scrunch and bring it up to my scalp so I have like the most shrinkage. I have loose curls, I like shrinkage. And when I have it up to my scalp, I mean, within like the first 5 to 7 seconds, it's already burning my scalp because even the lowest heat setting is pretty hot. So usually what I'll do is I'll go ahead and bring it up to my scalp. And once I start to feel that it's kind of burning me a little bit, I'll go ahead and press on the cool shot here to give myself some relief. And the second con to me, this may not be a con to anyone else, is the damn computer looking plug. It's just so uncomfortable. I am all about being able to kind of make this a quick and easy way I can kind of throw it into my luggage and move on with my life. So I can't just like wrap it around the Dyson the way you would a normal blow dryer because it has this big box in the middle of it. You kind of have to do like some weird magical like twisty thing to get it to kind of fit right and a little bit compact, and then like you still kind of have to put it like this. I've heard lots of people say, you know, oh, it's not that noisy, it's not that loud. Honestly, I find it kind of loud. It's not as loud, I guess, as a regular blow dryer, but it kind of has this high-pitched squeal that kind of gets on my nerves. So now that we have gone through the pros and cons, let's turn this bad boy on and see what it sounds like. All you have to do is do that, and then you hear that high pitch. That drives me crazy. But let me show you the airflow here. It's pretty strong, which is cool. That's like my favorite part, just seeing how direct the airflow is. I don't straighten my hair, but I am guessing that if you're someone who likes to straighten out your hair, this will definitely straighten out your hair pretty quickly because it is just kind of a straight stream. Let's talk about the buttons here. So as you can see on other blow dryers, it'll usually tell you on, off. It'll tell you like the temperature and the airflow, high, medium, or low. Dyson doesn't do any of that for you. You kind of got to figure it out on your own, right? Dyson will just, I guess, color code it for you. So this blue button here is the cold shot. So if you are doing any, like if you're pretty high here in the heat settings and maybe you just want to give yourself a cold shot, you can do that. Or some people prefer to kind of just hold on the cold if they choose to cold diffuse. Now I'm going to show you how these light up here for you. And you might not hear me for a bit because this can be pretty loud, but turn that on. And this is the heat mode. That will be low, medium, high heat. And if you click it again 3 times, you'll see that it'll all turn off. Basically what that means is it's gonna blow air with no heat. So it's gonna be like room temperature air. I have been diffusing my hair on no heat. Not the cold shot, I just do no heat. And it helps me kind of really diffuse my hair without burning my scalp. That's a pretty cool feature of the Dyson. On other hair dryers, you either have heat or cold, but you do also have the option on this one to just blow dry your hair full speed, no heat. Now the next option here, this is your airflow option. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on again, y'all. And of course that's low, medium, and high airflow. Just like your normal everyday blow dryer, it has your airflow settings here. Also at the bottom of the Dyson here is a filter. So this is meant to kind of capture any particles or anything like that in the air when it's blowing into your hair. So you may want to take this off from time to time and clean it just to make sure that you're getting completely clean air blowing into your hair. So that's my 1-month Dyson Supersonic review. I hope this was helpful. If you are considering purchasing the Dyson, I say if you can do it, go for it. It is one of the best tools in my arsenal. Honestly, I get the best curlage using the Dyson and the best shrinkage. If you have any loves or hates with the Dyson, please feel free to put that in the comments below. And like always, if you like what you see and you want to see more, please show some love and click subscribe. Don't forget to click on that notification bell so you get notified anytime I post a new video. Thanks for watching Irma, your one-stop shop for all things pretty. Catch you guys later.